Exodus chapter 3. Exodus chapter 3, where Moses is given his assignment. Moses is told what he is going to do. And I'm going to tell you, in the midst of your day to day and life in general, get your assignment from God and hold on to it. And there's a whole lot that's going to happen between you getting the assignment and manifestation, but just hold on to it. Hold on to it. Just hold on to it. Hold on to it. That's why knowing the will of God is better than money in the bank. I'm just telling you. Hold on to your godly assignment. So, Exodus chapter 3, starting at verse 1, and I want to read from the NIV. It says, Now Moses was tending the flock of Jethro, his father-in-law, the priest of Midian, and he led the flock to the far side of the wilderness and came to Horeb, the mountain of God. And there the angel of the Lord appeared to him in flames of fire from within a bush. Moses saw that though the bush was on fire, it did not burn up. So Moses thought, I will go over and see this strange sight, why the bush does not burn up. Verse 4 says, And when the Lord saw that Moses, he had gone over to look, God called to him from within the bush, Moses, Moses. And Moses said, Here I am. Do not come any closer, God said. Take off your sandals, for the place where you are standing is holy ground. Then he said, I am the God of your father, the God of Abraham, and the God of Isaac, and of Jacob. And at this Moses hid his face because he was afraid to look at God. The Lord said, I have indeed seen the misery of my people in Egypt. Here comes the assignment. When you have an encounter with God, there's a reason for it. There's a reason for it. Isn't it interesting? God does nothing by chance. If you have an encounter with God, there is a reason for your encounter. Look for an assignment right after your encounter with God. Look for an assignment. Look for an assignment. So the Bible says in verse 7 that the Lord said, I have heard them crying out because of their slave drivers, and I am concerned about their suffering. Most of us want to come to church and have an encounter with God, and we don't want to do anything with it. I want to come to church and skip around and get filled and stuff and speak in tongues and feel like I can leap over a building. But when I leave, I don't really want to do no work. I just really want to get something to eat, lay down, watching the TV, go through the week. I ain't trying to do no ministry. But when you have an encounter with God, expect there to be an assignment. And an encounter with God is like a deposit in the bank. Nobody makes a deposit and not expecting something, a withdrawal eventually. So Sunday after Sunday, we come to church and we get a deposit from the King of Kings and Lord of Lords. And during the course of the week, he is expecting to make withdrawals. But most believers get an encounter, I'm just telling you, and they're not even looking for any type of withdrawal. Don't ask them to do nothing. Don't call them late at night and want to touch and agree in prayer. It's too late. I catch you in the morning. What? And don't really need them there. They're not going to go out of their way. Most of us want to get filled, but we lose sight that when you ask God for more, expect to have to do more. To whom much is given, much is required.